Hello and welcome back. Today we have an ink I've been patiently waiting to get my hands on. It's a new Diamine ink called Rider's Blood. As I am a huge fan of Oxblood, I knew I had to try this new ink when I first saw it. Even more so when I saw it was chosen by the amazing Reddit community on the fountain pen sub. I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. There is a nice sticker acknowledging this when you open the box. This Reddit community also helped create an ink with Kiwi inks called Quite a Rough Customer, which was the Reddit username of a fountain pen enthusiast who sadly passed away. I'll link the Kiwi ink in the description also, as all profits go towards the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Now to ink up a pen with this new Rider's Blood. I had trouble selecting a pen I wanted to put this in, but eventually decided on my Retro 51 Tornado. The trouble is I don't currently have a converter for this pen. It does however take universal size cartridges, so I knew a Kaweco converter would fit. I'm therefore using a Kaweco Sport Plunger converter, at least until I get a Twist Retro 51 converter. This converter doesn't fit the pen when completely expanded, so I had to be a bit crafty with finding the maximum limit, and then using a syringe to just fill the converter. Fountain pens are full of these kinds of tricks, which I love. Also, using a syringe with an ink called Rider's Blood seemed very fitting. With my small amount of ink filled, I am ready to write with it. I'm going to first show the Oxblood to compare the Rider's Blood to though. I always keep this vintage Montblanc 320 filled with Oxblood. It's probably my most used pen and ink, although today might signify a change to Rider's Blood in the future. I love the colour of this ink. It has fairly minimal shading and is dark enough to use in a work environment. I've spoken more about the Oxblood in my beginner fountain pen inks video, which you can check out here. Here's a quick writing sample that we can compare the Rider's Blood to later. Now for the Rider's Blood. The Retro 51 has a fine Schmidt nib, which is similar to the size of my Montblanc. My first impression of the Rider's Blood is that it is more brown. It reminds me of a dried blood colour. I didn't actually expect there to be such a contrast between these two inks, but the swabs show a clear difference. In the writing sample, this is less prominent. I must say I really like it. I thought it looked great when I first saw photos of it online, but it's even nicer in real life. I always found that the Oxblood smudged a lot more than other inks, so I'll have to see if this is any different. My initial test suggests it's about the same though. If you don't have either of these inks, I don't think you would need to buy both, unless you're a huge fan of the colour and want to see for yourself. I won't know which one I like more until I have done a lot more writing, at least with this Rider's Blood. Once they dried, I could see that the Rider's Blood has a tiny amount of sheen when a lot of ink has been put down on the page, such as with this swab. Otherwise it is also clearer to see that the Rider's Blood is a tad darker. In saying that though, I doubt I could tell the difference between the two writing samples alone. And that's about it. If you've tried this new Diamine Rider's Blood, I would love to hear your thoughts on how it compares to the fan favourite Oxblood. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and goodbye.